Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-August reading. I hope you guys are well. If you would like to book a reading, head over to the website rubyreadstarot.com and let's get into your reading. So let's get some energy, some love messages for the sign of Aries. I reached to the Romance Angels Oracle first. I wonder if there's a specific reason for that. For these readings nowadays, I tend to just gravitate towards whatever's calling me. It's different and it fluctuates for every sign, but I do feel like it's sign specific, so I've kind of got to go with the energy. Guys, if you would like to receive daily tarot like I used to do before quite a long break, it is resuming and it's available on Patreon. So just go into Patreon, search rubyreadstarot.com, rubyreadstarot even, and you should be able to access the different tiers there. But yeah, if you'd like to book a reading, head over to the website rubyreadstarot.com. Right, let's get into some messages for the sign of Aries for mid-August. Let's get some messages for the sign of Aries for mid-August 2021. Let's get some messages for the sign of Aries mid-August 2021. Let's get some messages for the sign of Aries mid-August 2021. Got my Bob Marley t-shirt on today. It's my favourite t-shirt. It's one of those days, I think. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Oh, they're not yours. Right, okay. Aries. What have I got for you? Honeymoon. Separation. Worth waiting for. Engagement. Deception. Forgiving and learning. Love yourself first. And flirt. So Aries, this is sort of going to be in two sections. We'll do the love section first and then we'll get into the rest of the general messages for mid-August. I think, Aries, there has been time apart on the horizon from your partner. And with the deception card, I feel like there has been someone wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. It could be both of you. Either way, there is currently separation. You're about to go into separation, or you have been in separation. And there's a few things here that are really key. If there's been deception and someone's wearing a false mask, someone's not showing their true emotions, their true self, what they genuinely feel, how they genuinely feel, then that's kind of one of the energies that really needs to be sat down with and actually thought about what it is creating and what it's producing, not only for you but in the relationship and the energy of the relationship. I feel it's time to kind of get really honest first and foremost with the self. Your ruling planet Mars is currently in the sign of Virgo with your planetary counterpart Venus. This for you is a really good time to sift through what's real and what's false, what's true and what's not, what's good and what's bad. Aries, use this time apart from your partner to really love yourself first, because your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And this has been a really big thing for me in particular in Leo season. Leo season being the fixed fire, having to come back to the right now. Not to be living in the tomorrows or the future or the possibilities of what could be, what couldn't be, how it is, how it isn't. It's about being present right now and being called back into the moment right now. And every time you catch yourself flying off into la la land, really pulling yourself back in. And I think it's really nice to perhaps go somewhere that reminds you to be present, somewhere that will draw your attention back to the moment. There is this concept of deception, whether you're being deceptive or the other person's being deceptive, but there will need to be a point in the relationship where the two of you can be open and honest with each other. And I just feel like the need for you to pour this love into yourself right now is more important than anything else, only because it's going to bring you back to your worth. It's going to remind you what you're worthy of, what you deserve, and if you've been accepting less, then this separation might actually be that kind of alarm buzzer that's going off saying like, okay, well, this isn't, filling a void, it isn't filling a gap, it isn't filling something within you that certain relationships should make you feel or should have you feeling. I would really appreciate this time apart from your partner, and I would really look to realigning my energy or realigning your energy back to what counts most and who should be loved first. And that has to be you. Because self-respect is something that is a high vibration, and it is attractive, because the more people see someone pouring that love and devotion and that energy into themselves, the more they feel drawn to that, because it's something that everyone aspires to, and it is something that takes great courage. So with your ruling planet in the sign of Virgo, what I would strongly suggest to you is use this time to get as organized as you can. Use this time to heal yourself. Use this time to focus on good food, on good exercise, on yoga, on stretching, on getting into the body, on really healing, on healing internally. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. I guess this separation and this deception is going to really ask you to go all the way back, and it might even mean some childhood healing, some childhood nurturing the self, going back to where it came from, where you may have felt less than, or where you may have felt as if you weren't enough, or where you've had to or where you may have held on to certain aggravations, certain arguments, or certain things with someone or with a group of people that you might really, really have to surrender and let go of. I think when the time is right, and it says here worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life. And it's always that thing, that wanting to rush to the finish line, knowing that, you're not even done doing the race yet, or the cake not being baked yet, but you're ready to eat it. Some things take time, and it's one of those things where you've got to really fill your life with good things until you're vibrating high enough to be able to call this person back in and have it be a situation that's perhaps a lot nicer than it was, because you both kind of taken a moment to let the dust settle, and you're ready to move on to something that's a lot more calmer. I do feel like once you can get to that space where you feel a lot calmer, and Virgo energy is very healing, it is very soothing, and I feel like you're going to have to heal yourself a lot. And so I do recommend that you do things that are healing, like good food, like walks, like taking care of yourself, like meditation. Because when the time is right, when you're back in alignment with this love union, this love energy, this person that you're in separation with, or you may not even have met them yet, when the time is right, it will feel like it was worth waiting for. You just want to make sure that you are that person also that has been worth waiting for, you know what I mean? So make sure your energy's on point. I do feel like when it happens really quickly. Extend your light-hearted energy to others, flirt card. I feel like you may need to be quite light-hearted. You may need to let bygones be bygones. You may need to drop some of the old ones. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment, and this might just be that period where you've really got to make sure that you are prepared on all levels, spiritual, metaphysical, physical. Take really good care of yourself right now, Aries. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. It's like I said, I feel like when it happens, it's going to move really, really quickly. But right now, you guys just need a period to address certain wounds, to heal certain wounds, to put bygones behind you and kind of move forward with a new plan, a new you, a new version of you. A healed version, a version where you are taking care of yourself and not avoiding responsibilities towards yourself. Your energy, you wear it. And I think with the state of the times, a lot of people should pay attention to the fact that we are wearing our energies a lot more visibly. And as we transcend into the 5D, it's your energy that's going to be more visible than your actual looks, like your physical appearance. It's all metaphysics, but your energy's got to be right because it's what shows up before you do, And working on that energy can be a work in progress, but it's so fulfilling. And this is why I think it says here, love yourself first, because it's something that you and only you can do for yourself. So give yourself that respect, give yourself that time, really work on what's most important right now. And I do feel like you filling your own cup, you sort of making your mind up to allow yourself a certain grace period without interferences or without drama or without, being brought back to the firing line or the trenches. Peace, I think, is much needed by your soul right now, and in the sign of Virgo, which is all about soul searching and reflection and inner wisdom. You'll find a lot of answers if you just choose to tune in, Aries. If you just choose to do that soul searching, do that thing that you've been putting off for a really long time. Focus on your food, focus on your exercise, focusing on your mental health. Making sure that you're addressing certain things, that date back perhaps from when you were a child even. Making sure that you're addressing the things that mean that you get to be who you want to be. No holds barred, not holding back for nothing, not being held back for nothing. Oh, beautiful, Aries. Listen, the rest of this month is really quite about this Virgoan Pentacles, slow and steady, methodical, analytical energy. The Ten of Pentacles really is about prosperity and a happy home and the work that one does. Wow, look at this. Aries, that's the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of money here. There's a lot of financial abundance. Virgo, Venus, Mars in Virgo is really, really suiting you. I think this is a very nice financial time. I feel like money is going to be excellent. There's this abundance of money, this windfall, where you've got more than enough in the bank and you've got plenty to spend. You're going on holiday, you're buying a new car, you're just being offered abundance. Some of you could be getting pregnant. The rest of you could be finding new jobs. Some of you could be studying and it gains you recognition. There is a prize here. And I feel like it's got something to do with a happy home situation. And I do feel like there is an opportunity, perhaps from a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. And it is about making your dreams come true. Star of Aquarius. Card of Aquarius could be an Aquarian also. The beginning of a happy phase in a situation. But it can only happen if you let bygones be bygones and if you decide to put the past behind you and focus on the growth and renewal, Aries. The High Priestess is someone who's in the know. Do you know what I mean? She sits with a script in her hand with her bliss and her joy on either side of her. She is awakened to life's mysteries because she seeks knowledge. She seeks understanding. She goes out and fights for, she doesn't fight for it. It comes to her. She's not fighting for nothing. Do you know what I mean? It comes to her. And that's being in this divine feminine energy. It's just power. And it's the feminine, subtle kind of power. The kind of power that doesn't involve having to push, having to try too hard, having to go out of your way. Pull back. Pull all the way back. It's the time for the self. Healing the self. Okay? Aries, I think that's all I have for you for right now. If you would like to book a reading, visit rubyreadstarot.com. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. I love Aries. I love the sign. I love Aries people. You guys bring the fire. And in this Leo season, I just want you to focus on being reborn, you know, renewal, regrowth, redoing it. But redoing it in a way where you put yourself first. Yeah? The time's going to come and it's all going to fit into place perfectly. But allow the tower to crumble and allow these new beginnings, especially when it comes to partnerships. Because I feel like there's stuff that needs to be grown here. And that can only happen when you get yourself right. All my love to you, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe. And take care. I shall catch you all again soon. Bye-bye.